Hey everyone, Megan Marie here again, and we are back with the second Crystal Habit podcast. We made it through another day of E3, and I actually have the same crew as yesterday. I have Karl Stewart, once again the global brand director for the game.
Hey everybody, sorry, I'm zoned out. It's been a long day.
And we have Horton, the senior art director.
Hey guys.
And again, Brent, Dady, the senior brand manager.
Hello.
And we have a lot to talk about today. Hello. We have a lot to talk about today because we did a call for questions in relation to the trailer.
I'm afraid.
Yes, I know.
I'm scared.
We hit up Tumblr and the various Tomb Raider forums and the IDOS forums and whatnot. So we're going to jump right into the questions so that we can get through as many as possible. First, we're actually going to address a bunch of topics because there were a bunch of you that had the exact same question over and over and over. So we're going to kind of address those hot topics and get them off the table before we go into individual questions. So first, voice actress. Everybody wants to know who she is.
Can't tell you right now. The proper answer is that we've only just signed this girl. I have to be very careful that I don't mention her name by mistake.
That's a girl.
It's definitely a girl.
It's a girl.
It's definitely a girl. She's definitely English, which I'm sure, obviously, there's been a lot of questions about, oh, she sounds Australian. No, she's definitely...
That's my best
Australian.
That wasn't really?
We're all bad at accents.
Wow.
Trust
I'm
us.
from Australia.
That's
So yeah, she's not Australian, she's not American, she is actually from the UK, which now means that I've just opened the doors for the sleuths to go taking clips of her voice and trying to decipher who she is. We will do a big reveal later in the year. Sorry, I got a bit of a cough and a sore throat, and it keeps tickling my throat. But no, right now, I hope you all like her for a start. She's doing a phenomenal job for us. It was a pretty tough thing to try and find the right voice, because it's not just about what you hear right now, but it's about the evolution of that character throughout the entire game. So she goes through a lot of different emotions from start to finish. So trying to find the right girl has been a real task, as you're all aware. We had a lot of casting and a couple of people who very unkindly went and leaked some of the scripts online, which we were kind of pissed at. But what you going to do? You know, we hunted them down. We actually hunted them down, knocked on their door, and asked them why they did it.
You should be ashamed of yourself, is what you said, right?
Yeah. I'll tell your mother.
All right.
words.
I have to move us along or we'll never get through these. So, next topic. Karl, why don't you just address this one? You talked about swimming with Jeff Keighley.
Did I?
You did. Let's go with that.
I thought I talked about dinosaurs.
You did. you led with dinosaurs and then ended with swimming.
Okay, so yeah.
Brian's shaking his head right now, by the way.
I remember that one. Okay, so one of the big things throughout this entire process, and Brian will support me and attest to this, is that we're very focused on making sure that we deliver the best possible experience in the game. And one thing we do not want to do is to shoehorn things in just for the sake of, oh, this is what she did before. We're not taking it off the table that it will never ever happen in the franchise ever again. But for this particular experience, swimming did not play a big part, and nor did we believe we needed to put it in just for the sake of it.
And I've got a dev-centric answer to that too.
It's too hard.
No, it's not that at all. I think we just wanted to deliver the most polished experience we could, and really it comes down to choices that you make. And I think we have a lot of great features. I think you guys are going to be really stoked about. And water is still a part of the game. You've seen wading in the game and Lara's interacting with water. It just won't be the systemic swimming. But I'm injured about it as well in a way, because I'm a big Tomb Raider fan. I wanted swimming in the game.
Don't blame it all on me.
It's all Karl's fault, really.
I like your showing in the big word. It's big word, systemic.
That's
That's awesome. That's a good one. I used to use that one.
Is that a deep word?
All I've been saying all day is visceral.
Yeah.
Visceral,
Parallax. Parallaxing. Oh, that's your other big word. Parallaxing. It's awesome.
We're getting a lot of gritty also. Gritty and visceral.
Parallaxing. Gritty, visceral, parallaxing.
Copyrighted.
All right, here's another one. Is there a connection between the trailer music and the classic Tomb Raider theme? I get this a lot. I personally don't hear it, but I'd like you guys to just address it and get it out on the table.
I think, in a way, we always look back at some of the heritage of Tomb Raider and pick out certain things that are unique and try and bring something iconic. But I don't think it was done on purpose. I think the composer, who we have yet to announce, and we look forward to that day as well. We can't tell you everything right now. Come on, we got a long way to go. So no, I think obviously this person who came in did a lot of research. He's worked with some really good games and brought something very unique. And it just happened to be that this was the style of audio that we believe worked for our experience. So it wasn't something that we planned, but I'm glad to think that we're all kind of on the same page, that there may be something there, iconic Tomb Raider.
I think it evokes Tomb Raider. I mean, I think it's, when you listen to it, it feels Tomb Raider. And I think if people are getting that, that's just a bonus. But yeah,
I think that's kind of similar as with like her top. When you guys explained to me that her top is actually a gray color, but everybody sees it as a dark blue, and it kind of mentally harkens to like the classic look to some people.
That's because
it
was dark blue.
I once said there was going to be no blue in the game. I literally said that to a guy. I said there is no blue in this game, and we have tons of blue in this game.
Which is a great segue. Sorry, I just put a Ritz cracker in my mouth.
What's with you and food?
I want to have food
Some
every
of
night.
us need to eat
This
food.
is dinner. That is a great segue about blue top into the fact that you said you didn't want blue in it, which means her eyes are what color?
Brown.
There we go, people. You have it from the art director who created her.
So do we want to explain then, when there are screenshots of her looking into the mirror for the first time, why her eyes are a lighter hue?
Lighting.
Right now I'm looking at Megan's eyes. And we were in front of a yellow table, and I would say her eyes look yellow. What it is, it's the reflection of the table in your eyes. And it does. There was a reflection at one point that did give her a bluish hue to the eyes. Now, I will say the brown is a complex brown.
Mm-hmm.
A complex brown.
But
it's a systemic, visceral, complex brown.
Parallax
And it
brown.
parallaxes.
Oh, the light parallaxes on the table.
But it is a legacy feature that you guys wanted to keep. And,
well, it's
and
part of her character, and I did say it in the game, in the Game Informer when we discussed it. She does have brown eyes.
Yes.
So there we go.
I think we're laying that to rest now. Next, what is the why is the release date so far away? Everybody, that's the one complaint that I heard over and over and over, is that fall 2012 is so far away. So do you guys want to explain why we're leading with such a long campaign here?
I think from day one, when starting this new approach to reimagining the franchise, we believed that we could not explain, nor would we expect people to understand fully a reimagining of the franchise in anything less than 18 months. I think it's unfair for us to sort of just throw Lara into this situation and then say, hey, there you go, we're launching the game in a few months' time, get over it, understand it. So we took it very seriously in making sure that the character arc is very important to us. They sets the foundation and the structure for the franchise going forward. So what you're seeing this far out is us basically trying to make sure that we communicate very clearly the foundation. Right, Lara's just landed on this island. I need to make sure I pronounce Lara properly.
Not Lara?
No, it's not Lara. Lara.
I actually trained myself because the forums got me saying Laura, because I only know Laura's in real life, and I said it, and I put a rubber band on my wrist, and I snapped myself until I said Lara.
Studios say Laura.
They do.
They should be hung.
Actually, they don't. What are you talking about?
Shut.
Everyone knows it's Lara in the studio.
So anyway, getting back to it, the key thing here is that it's about a longer-term strategy of making sure that we understand that this is how Lara begins the game, and that over the course of this campaign, we'll introduce how she gets stronger and ultimately becomes that forged hero that we all want her to become in the longer term. But we have to start somewhere. You cannot communicate all of that growth in 6, 8 to 12 months. So. And also, we've got some pretty big blockbuster games coming out at the end of this year, so certainly weren't going to make a big splash with getting Tomb Raider back on the radar if we were to be aiming for October, November to start this process. So now is the best time. It's E3. The world's eyes are on us. Awesome. But with that said, we will probably go quiet for a few months now, so don't expect too much more for a little while. Meagan?
After we just gave them all of that. So, one other kind of broad thing is I actually have been getting a ton of emails about this, and also I think there might be a petition out there. Fans want to know if there will be Portuguese localization for Tomb Raider. There's a huge, rabid fan base
huge
there.
rabid fans.
Here we go. If we get crowdsourcing, if we get the community to send us Portuguese subtitles, we will drop them into the trailer and release them.
So I'll tell you what, I went to a big retail sale Tomb Raider summit thing a couple of months ago. We held in London, and we brought all the big dogs in from all around the world. And at dinner that night, I made a deal with them all that if they all flew me out to their different countries, I'd do localization. So I think the Brazilian team said there's definitely a date booked to go to Sao Paulo. So we'll see if that happens. But seriously, the big thing is that it's very early. We haven't gotten to that phase yet to actually decide on kind of who would get what. Obviously, we're committing to our standard e-figs with the possibility of a couple of additional sort of translations, whether it be VO or whether it be subtitles. But We are taking every single territory into consideration very seriously, and that means meeting with the various teams from the export market and seeing, obviously, how big we can make it. But watch this space. It's just a little bit too early to be able to start confirming anything other than the standard e-figs. And let me explain
What is
e-figs.
e-figs?
Yes.
English, French, Italian, German, Spanish, e-figs.
I had to learn that one pretty quickly. It sounded like they were talking about some sort of fig Newton for a while there. All right.
We make biscuits.
All right, we're going to try to do some rapid-fire questions now.